Hey, Caffreys, how's it going? Not doing too bad. Got back from the arcade. Feeling sore. And hoping to get Final Fantasy X done today. I just ordered Kingdom Hearts 2.8, so I'm really actually looking forward to jumping into the entire Kingdom Hearts playthrough after this. Which should be awesome. But farming first. And unfortunately, we still have a fair amount of this to go. As much as I hate to say that. I think I might not be taking Yuna into Penance, just given how little she's doing lately. I was like all excited to bring Yuna into Penance to begin with, but no, we're not already done. All of the streams that I've been doing for the past like week and a half have been this, just farming. We're on the final stretch. So at this point, we're farming HP spheres. All of the other stats are done. So now we're literally just finishing up right now. And then once farming is done, I have to go, at least once stat farming is done specifically, then I have to go do Yojimbo farming to get the armor piece I need. Then we have to go farming to craft my armor, finish the Dark Aeons, and then it's Penance. And after Penance, I'm going to go back, rebeat the final bosses, because all of them will die in literally one hit. Actually, Vraska's final Aeon may take 2. But everything else will take about 1 hit. And then that'll be it. And we'll be done with Final Fantasy. And then after that'll be Kingdom Hearts 1. Which is already loaded into my PS4. So you can see how hopeful I'm doing this. I'm going to stream it. So, I platinumed Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on my PS3 back when I did, like, the playthroughs of them. But I haven't gotten them platinumed for the PS4. I also didn't do, Chain of Memories. I didn't do Birth by Sleep. I've actually only played a couple, like, 5-6 hours of Birth by Sleep in total. And I haven't ever played, like, Dream Drop Distance. So the plan is to actually play through all of them, because I'd like to know some of this story that I'm currently missing. So I'm actually going to go through all of them. So the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough is going to be easy. I've actually done it before. I can get all the platinums in one playthrough, or all the trophies and the platinum in one playthrough. So that should be pretty easy, and we'll do that on critical mode. Unfortunately, Kingdom Hearts 1 does not allow for that. So we're actually going to end up doing 2 Kingdom Hearts 1 runs back-to-back. One is going to be the main run. That will be the majority of our trophies. And then one... Why did I do that? One is going to be a very specific playthrough. It is going to be a easy mode run. Depending on what I can do on the... I forget if Kingdom Hearts 1 is critical mode. But depending on what I can do on, like, the hard mode on the first playthrough, we're going to be doing all the major stuff on the first run, and the second run is going to be an easy mode, no equipment change, and if necessary, also no deaths. But I'm hoping to do the no-death run on the first playthrough. And then I'm also going to do the easy mode will also be the under, I forget what the limit is, the under 18 hours or under 6 hours, whatever it is. I forget what it is. But that will also be that same run, which should be entertaining. I had actually tried to do that on stream like a while ago and then just kind of stopped doing it. It's around the time I stopped streaming for a while, so I'm actually going to do it this time. Thankfully, I kind of like Final Fantasy X. I know Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 pretty much off the top of my head for the most part, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I might have to go, you know, look up a couple of puppies, and that's pretty much about it. I've beaten Chain of Memories in the past, like both playthroughs, but I've never 100%ed it, so that's going to be an experience. I'm actually going to have to research how you do that. And, as I said, Kingdom Hearts 2, I pretty much know by memory how to 100% it, with very few exceptions. Gummy ships probably like the most difficult part of it. Just remembering where all of the actual drops come from. And then Birth by Sleep is going to be the one that I don't know at all. And same with Dream Drop Distance. I don't know them at all. So those are going to be the ones I get to go in pretty much blind. Should be interesting. And then I'm going to go, and then after I do all that, I'm going to go do a basic playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3, considering I just finished platinuming it on the channel, on YouTube. I'm not going to platinum it again, but I will play through it again and kind of more for myself than anything, kind of piece together, like, all the story and how it actually works together, which should be entertaining. I might actually start learning, like, maybe the Kingdom Hearts 3 speedrun at the same time and start doing all of the, like, all the magic combat nonsense. That could be actually a lot of fun, and I would actually really enjoy that. So we have a plan, and that is actually like the next 2 months, maybe even 3 months of streams right there with all those games. I don't know how long it's actually going to take to do it all, but like, I know that you can do like 100% Kingdom Hearts 2 in like 12 hours if you know what you're doing. Well, they're going to be basically the same schedules they are now. The problem is I just haven't been incredibly consistent for various reasons. Like, Thursday's stream, I had to miss it because I had a migraine due to glasses-related issues that will hopefully be fixed by this time next week. If not, like, now. We're going to find out. But it's basically going to end up being, like, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and like, Sundays, depending. Just kind of depending on how I feel. And then everything will eventually go up on YouTube. I actually have all the recordings local, and as soon as I finish doing Final Fantasy tonight, I'm going to start splitting up those recordings. So it'll all be on YouTube. So if you miss something now, you will see it on YouTube at some point. There is the requirement off of Twitch that I have at least a 24-hour wait time for anything that actually goes on, or that was on Twitch that goes on to YouTube. So because of that, I have to give it a little bit of time. And so what I'm thinking is I'll beat it on Twitch first and then send it to YouTube. Okay, let's get the girls to catch up to Tidus real quick. Yep, you will see everything. Like, I don't intend to have this be, like, Twitch only, and if you miss it, you missed it. It is going to be eventually up there. And then, also worth noting is that, I finally made the... Oops, did not want to do what I just did. I finally made the decision to actually do it, but, So the Twitch archives for this channel are basically, if you become a subscriber, you get access to the archives. And the archives have something like the last, I don't know what it is, the last 2 weeks of streams or something like that. So if you do end up missing a stream, those are there. So they will eventually be on YouTube. You're not out of them at all. If you want them faster, you can subscribe and they'll be in the archives. But they will eventually make it to YouTube. And then I just got to decide how I'm going to actually cut them. Especially when it comes to the, like, stuff like this, where I'm just sitting here farming nonstop and there's not really much that I'm doing. That's one of those things I kind of have to do overnight, because those are extremely large video files and will take like 8 hours to render. Which is a major pain in the ass. Which is also why I've actually been waiting until like now to start doing it, because of exactly how long that's going to take to start working. Apart from that, we are, as I said, we're in the HP portion. So all we are doing right now is we are fighting the Ironclad. And the only reason we are fighting him is to get HP orbs, which I'm activating right now. And we have to go through the entirety of the sphere grid and finish off. So, or not the entirety. We've actually done most of it already. But I have to go through whatever portions of Riku's sphere grid we haven't finished off. And we are going to be deleting everything and, you know, making it HP. And then the only place we really haven't gotten to is Kamari's sphere grid after that, which should not be terrible, or at least I'm hoping not. So at the end of this, there's no way for me to actually show you what the HP values are right now, just because the way the game does this. But every one of these HP spheres I'm activating right now is worth 300. Everybody will be at like 36,000 by the time I'm done. And Riku and Yuna, to give an idea where Riku is as of right now, Riku's at 8,660. Before I do this entire run, she'll be at like 13 or 14,000. The problem is her armor does not have break HP limit right now. That's one of those things I have to actually go farm, because that's actually a fairly hard piece of customization to do. You have to have very specific pieces that I have to bribe. So that's one of the things I'm going to have to actually go farm. We have to actually go and get the pieces that will allow me to do break HP limit, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So that's going to be kind of the majority of the farming. We're going to go farm. Once we get done filling out all these HP spheres, and there is going to be a shit ton of them, we are going to go farm Yojimbo a couple times. And basically what we are looking for is a piece of armor off of him that should have 4 slots total. Only 1 slot should be taken. It's going to be a slot that's going to contain ribbon. I don't care who it's for. It can be for Riku. It can be for Yuna. I'm actually, as I said, I'm not going to be including Yuna in the Penance fight, just because her damage has been dropping off extremely quickly, and that was going to make the Penance fight last even longer than it's already going to, which sounds like a whole pile of not fun. So I'm going to be dropping Yuna, and instead we're going to be pulling up Waka into it, which doesn't actually change all that much because we have the instant level up button, or at least I'm hoping the instant level up button works the way I think it does. If it doesn't, I'm going to be mildly put out, and we will have to use Yuna. So we're going to figure out how that works. But, yeah, so we need to get 1 piece of that armor, that 4-slot armor with ribbon, and then whoever gets it, it's just saving me a ribbon that I have to craft. That's the reason why we're doing it. Then the armor that we need, and Tidus already has his armor started up. The only thing he's missing is HP limit. So it's going to have HP limit break. It's going to have auto haste. It's going to have auto haste, auto phoenix. Auto hits, auto phoenix, break HP limit. And I can't remember the other piece. There's one more piece to it that I can't remember off the top of my head. As I said, Tidus currently has it, so I could go look at his armor right now, but it's kind of pointless to do it right now. Gotta save some time. But we're going to craft those, and then I think after that's done, we're done. I'll have to go and farm up a couple of items just to make the fight a little bit safer. Things like Mega Phoenixes. And that's not a terrible farm. It's mostly just I have to go and farm up some cash and then bribe Mega Phoenixes out of specific enemies. So nothing terrible. It just exists. So we'll have to go do that. And then couple things like that. Break HP limit is a little bit of an annoying thing to bribe out because there's only, like, I think it's one enemy. I think it's the giant sandworms, if I remember correctly, that we have to bribe. And it's bribing in, I think, the millions, if I remember correctly. So we got to bribe that. And then we also have to bribe for the Chocobo wings for auto haste. And that just, yeah, as I said, it's just a big bribe. It's just a big series of bribes we have to do, which is a total pain. So that is the future for today. So lots and lots of grinding. And unfortunately, I do not have a particularly good idea of how long it's going to take. I kind of wish I could tell you. Okay, I also got to make sure not to accidentally clear magic defense plus 4 spheres. Except for this one. That one's not actually necessary. But I got to make sure I don't actually clear any of the other ones because we were actually, like, those are actually needed for everybody at this point. But anything else should not be. So if we look here, you see everybody's still at 255. Okay, Tidus, let's move you. Where are we going to move you to? I'll move you to here. And that's where we're going to actually start working on converting everything to HP up here. So that's a level 1 lock. I was going to say I should have level 1 key spheres. So right now, I'm not going to be going down that right-hand path over there. Hey, we have to do a little bit of Lulu's path, too. That's a little bit annoying. So the fun part is, this is actually where we started doing the grinding originally. So I have to be a little bit careful because some of this stuff will actually be stats that matter. Some of it won't. And we'll very quickly realize the part where it is stats that don't matter. Okay, how's Yuna doing? Yuna lost a defense, so we're going to have to actually go back and get another defense orb for her. Which kind of sucks. Okay, all she's missing is defense right now. Okay. So we're just going to be flicking back and forth between, like, Tidus, who's going to be in the lead, and Yuna. Just verifying that we are not actually costing stats, because now we're going through the end of Yuna and Riku's stuff that they've had for a while. It's 200. Okay, all she's missing is defense. That's fine. And this is this right here is the most tedious portion of what we're doing. When I originally did this, back for my original playthrough, this is how I did the entire level up section, was I went around the sphere grid like 3 times. And, I was a major idiot. I'm gonna say that right now. Went around the sphere grid 3 times. It was like, okay, let me delete all of these. Let me delete all of these. Let me delete all of these. And naturally that, you know, ended up wasting a lot of time, had to gain a lot of levels. So I did it a lot better this time around, but it's still leading to a position where we're spending a lot of time now going around and deleting things. I should have been deleting the entirety of Yuna and Riku's sphere grids on the way around, but I didn't think that was going to be necessary. And to be honest, it might not have been. Like, I might have actually done this right. But you might be able to see, based on, like, the right side of the screen right now, how much we still have left to go. There's still a portion of, like, Lulu's sphere grid up there that we have not activated. And then there is the entirety of Kamari's sphere grid, currently in the upper right-hand corner, that we have not touched. So we're going to have to go through and actually take care of those sections, too. And that is why this is going to take a little while longer. And then we still have, you know, this section that we're going through. So this is Riku's sphere grid right now. I don't pay attention to Pokemon Go. I also try to stream every Saturday. Like, I don't know why you're surprised. This is something I do on the regular. Also keep in mind that you could totally be walking around hunting down shiny Bagons while watching me on the YouTube app, or Twitch app. That's right, we're talking about Twitch. Twitch app. I have no idea if I'm going to be out of Penance by the time you get home. Okay, we have to go do another Dawn Tonberry attempt to get everybody back up to 99, because as you can see, people are starting to get low on S levels. And then we're going to have to go get more Power Spheres, and then once more, do more HP Sphere grinding. And Dawn Tonberry is not going to take nearly as long as he did the last time I fought him. He's actually going to die really, really fast. He will also do a fair amount of damage to the rest of the team. So they can actually help each other level up quickly. And we don't really care. All we care about is getting the entire team up to 999 sphere grid levels. This should be the last Dawn Tonberry that we need to do. I'm not 100% sure on that, but should be the last Dawn Tonberry. We'll go do 2 Kados after this. And then after those 2 Kados, it's back to Ironclad for a while. I think we're going to need to beat Ironclad like another 30 times before we go touch the sphere grid again. Unfortunately, we need more HP spheres than any other sphere. Apparently Tidus needs another MP sphere. That's interesting. Not actually paying too much attention to how much stats that we're necessarily losing right now by deleting Sphere Grid. Mostly because by the time we get to, like, Lulu's and Kamari's spheres, or Sphere Grid areas, because we've never activated them, I can just fix all stats by the time I get there. So I'm not going to be paying too much attention. We'll be able to do, like, the final stat fixes there. Okay, go ahead and switch you back to the Kalidbolg. Switch you back to the Nirvana. Switch you back to the God Hand. Okay. There's everybody back to 99. There's some far plane wind that I don't actually need. And Kados twice to get more power orbs. Yeah, I don't think there's much risk of us being done by the time Wanderer gets home. Because I just realized I still have a bunch of bosses I have to defeat. So actually, I'm just hoping we're done by the time my D&D game starts tonight. Or who knows, maybe that D&D game will be canceled. That is a thing that could happen. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up real quick, and now it's time to fight Ironclad another 700 times. Also, I have snacks. One thing I don't understand is why the XSplit Twitch app that gets me... I want to fix something real quick, because this is driving me a little bit nuts. That's a little bit more readable. That's been driving me slightly nuts for a while. I kept on thinking about fixing it. I never actually remembered to fix it. What I don't understand is why the letters are not just outlined in black. Like most people know, is that if you... What am I doing? Most people know if you want something readable on every background, you just outline it in black. But for some reason... I mean, I could also put Twitch chat on the bottom, I guess. There's a good space for it there. Okay, so lots and lots of Ironclad. How exciting. So, I need, like... probably 60 HP spheres without breaking a sweat. As I said, we're going to need to fight him probably at least 30 more times. And the biggest problem right now with having Yuna out is that Yuna's bonus damage is from her from Nirvana is based on how much extra MP she has, like how much more than 0 she has. So because Yuna has 0 MP, because Ironclad's, forget which move it is, the sweep one he does, that gets rid of MP. So every time he does that, Yuna's damage goes down. And he'll do that almost every single time it's his turn. So, just kind of annoying. It slows me down every time he does it. Bushinzan, that's it. So basically what I should be doing is I should have Waka in that center spot. And Waka would be using Overdrive over and over and over and would be killing this thing really fast. So as you might guess, I'm greatly regretting not having Waka as part of my main team. Like, the more I do this, the more I regret this. Interesting. Okay. Funny thing is, I could be playing like another game while I'm doing this. Because I'm not actually doing anything interesting. I'm just kind of hitting this guy a bunch of times. Just pull up a clicker game and do that. And at least be getting something done, something interesting. I should do that. Let me start doing that. One second. It's going to be a slight bit of framiness for a second. It's not you guys. Okay. God. Yep, that's what we're doing. I've decided. I'm doing that. Because I need something to do. All I'm doing is pressing A all day long. So if I'm going to press A all day long, I might as well also be, like, doing clicker-related maintenance. Not that there's anything for me to do right now, but occasionally I get to level someone up. You know, that's always nice. And eat a Twizzler. I don't know why I wasn't doing this before. I'm trying to think what else I could be playing that only requires like minimal clicks and doesn't require much computer effort. Good question. Now you should go look. Yes, I should. Problem is, I don't have much that I can do with that. You know? Like, part of me wants to do something like Civilization, but I don't think I'd be able to run both of them simultaneously without, like, some degradation in stream quality. Alrighty. I swear this thing is so annoying. So annoying to kill. Not because it's hard to kill, just because it has so much goddamn life. Which makes sense, because it's the HP sphere enemy. But why couldn't it have the life of, like, Hornet or something? Something I can just easily kill. Wee HP spheres. At least it's giving them. At least it's not giving me dark matter. All right. I've got nothing to talk about. What are you yapping about? Rose. What's the deal? Zulu's not getting up. Therefore, Mom's not home. Come on. Yes, you can be in my lap. Come on. Yes, you can be a lap dog. Okay, just be on the side of my lap. No, you don't get to crawl all over my lap. You don't get to be an in-the-way dog, but you can be a lap dog. I don't understand why some windows that I'm running try to capture my controller inputs. Like, time clickers here does not try to capture my controller inputs. So I can have time clickers be the active window and, you know, click in it, interact with it. Nothing bad happens. If I try to click on Steam, Steam steals freaking controller inputs for some reason. I'm not sure why it does that. There's nothing Steam does with a controller in and of itself. Maybe if you're in Steam Big Picture mode, but that's something different. Also, this Ironclad has given me way more dark matter than it has any right to. Like, I don't want this much dark matter at all. I don't want any dark matter. I just want HP orbs. Is that too much to ask? Just lots and lots of HP orbs? Well, HP spheres. Same thing. A sphere's an orb, right? Not gonna lie, I completely forgot about auto fight. And in auto fight, your characters just attack. So I can save my A button on this controller that I have seriously been abusing. Like, this controller has had some major abuse. I need to see about replacing it, but it's an expensive controller. To be fair, it's an expensive controller I got for free, but it's an expensive controller.